Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing a little overview of the car, I guess, kind of like an update sort of video, more so for people that kind of had just subscribed and haven't been following for the past 2 years, because I think about a week ago it marks 2 years with the 350Z, so I kind of wanted to do just kind of like a 2-year review, what's been done, what have I done in the last 2 years with it, and maybe some future plans as well. I got this car for right about $10,000. It had 85,000 miles on it, single owner, garage kept. It was extremely clean, nothing done to it, 100% stock. It was just an extremely clean car. I'll put some pictures up of it. I actually have the original Craigslist ad of it. I'll put those up, and you can just see how clean the car was. Really nice and everything. So, and the previous owner was some older guy, so it was nice and it wasn't abused or anything like that. So that was definitely a plus. I'm just gonna kind of go over like each thing that we've done to the car since then. I have all the videos up on my YouTube channel. If you want to go back and look at them, I'll put them in the description of this video. But I'm just gonna kind of talk about them, and then I'll probably download some of those videos again and show some of the footage so you guys can see like little bits of it. But the first thing we did to this car was actually just some tires. The back tires weren't that great, so I went ahead and had some fun on the old tires before taking them and getting new tires on there. But yeah, tires was probably the first thing I did. I did it just probably about a month or two after I got the car, so not that long. I think the next thing I did on my YouTube channel for my car was, I didn't do a video on it, but I did kind of recap it. I got the rear muffler deleted, and it was just straight piped after. Well, it had Cadillac converters, the resonator, and then it was straight pipe after that. So I got a little bit of an exhaust change. I still have that. Actually, I still have the custom muffler delete on the car right now. I've just done some other things to it. So yeah. I flushed all the fluids out, diff fluid, coolant. I did the manual transmission, oil, of course, all the stuff. I just did everything all at once. Brake fluid, I did everything, just to kind of get the car, you know, just refresh everything, just in case the previous owner didn't do something. I got my wheels, actually. That was the first real mod that I got for this car, was wheels. I got ESR wheels. Order them from esrwheels.com. Went straight through them. Great customer service. Had no issues with them. They got here. I did a little pre-install, like I made sure they it. So today I'm finally putting wheels on the 350Z. These were on back order for probably like 2 or 3 weeks, these ESRs here, and we're finally going to be putting them on today, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, that was probably the very first thing. After that was actually my head unit. Right here, this joying stereo, that was actually the next thing that I did. And it still works really, really well. If you want one of these, they're actually really good head units. They have a couple little issues. They run off the Android, I forget what version of Android, but it does run off Android, so it has like the Play Store and everything. You can connect to Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi, you can watch YouTube and Netflix or whatever you want on there. You can pretty much, it's pretty much a tablet at that point. So if you're near Wi-Fi, you can pretty much do anything you can do on a tablet. So that's they're really nice stereos. I had one in my 300ZX too, and so yeah, I got another one to put in this car. So I've loved it since, and they're pretty cheap. They're right around $300. So compared to the other ones out there, they're definitely worth a try. We put wheels on it, and then I kept it stock for a little bit. We took it to the drag strip a couple times. I was a horrible driver. You got to remember, I learned a manual on this car. I had no idea how to drive it until the day I bought it. I learned to drive on this car. So it was a horrible trip to the drag strip. I think my fastest run that day was like 15.6. We definitely need to go again to see what other times we can get. The next thing I did is my front bumper. Actually, I got the N2 style front bumper from Vicrez, but it was made by KBD back when I got mine. So it's a KBD polyurethane front bumper. I still need to mount the Nissan logo on there, but it looks pretty good. The guy that painted it kind of fucked it up. I think I also had an intake at that time. I think I got the JWT pop charger intake, and that was pretty much it at that point. So it was just the intake and just the straight pipe at that point. And that is also when I raced the Civic Type R, which is my best video on my channel. It's gotten 56,000 views, so it's definitely by far the best as far as views go on my channel. And that is when I raced him. It was just intake and exhaust. That was it. And then shortly after, I got a stage 2 clutch and lightweight flywheel kit from Platinum Racing. This is the stage 2 clutch and flywheel kit from Platinum Racing. This is just a little box from Z1. I have steel clutch lines, and I'm going to be rebuilding the slave cylinder as well. And then here is, I think this is the clutch in here. Yeah, so we got the clutch right here, and then the pressure plate is down below underneath it. And then in this one we have the lightweight flywheel. If I can get it open. There we go. much by now. And it's held up great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. I've been hard on my car. If you follow my channel, you know that. I'm extremely hard on this thing. I launch it all the time, drift, whatever. All kinds of stuff. After that, just a simple rear wiper delete, actually. I wanted to get a little bit of a cleaner look, so I got rid of the rear wiper. Made the little thing myself, painted it myself, and put it in. It's worked great since then. I have had no leaks or anything like that in the back, so that's pretty good. And then after that, we pretty much, I think I left it stock again for a while. Did a couple little things. I think I painted my wheels. We took it to the strip again, which I ended up getting a little bit better of a time, but still 14.9 I think was my best that time. I'll put a video of that. Cheap tires on the back. They're like $60 a piece tires, cheapest I could find at the time. I didn't have any money. And then we had the lightweight clutch, or lightweight flywheel, stage 2 clutch, intake, and the muffler delete, and that was it at that point. So I definitely need to go again now that I have a little bit more. But after that, yeah, I just painted my wheels, did a couple little things like that, and then I got my wheels refinished back to the chrome and silver that it is now. And then shortly after I did, I lowered my car. I got, I don't know how you exactly say it. Is it Egbert? I don't know how you say it. I got those springs. I got their sport line springs, so the lowest ones. And it dropped my car a really good amount. I was extremely happy with it. I still am. I have had no issues. The car rides great. It's a little stiffer than stock, but I mean, of course it's going to be. It's an 1.5-inch drop, I believe. I think it's an 1.5-inch drop, if I remember correctly. So that, but they've handled great. I've had no issues. I'm probably going to replace, I didn't even replace my struts at the time, so I'm probably going to do that. I probably should do that soon, because I've heard once you lower them, it kind of destroys the struts, but I don't really know. After that, I raced a couple cars. I raced my buddy's Hemi.
I won't talk shit.
wish I would have. At the time, I didn't want to spend the extra $500, so I just got the spacer, but I need to later on get the MREV 2 as well to maximize that. So that brings us up to when I got my tune. I took my ECU out, I shipped it to Z1 Motorsports. They tuned it, and I also got the ARC license, so I have the two-step mode, the 5-footage shifting. car pulled the same. I don't think it gained any horsepower or anything like that. I think it was just kind of, it definitely ran better though, because my miles per gallon before I got the tune were about 16-ish. After the tune, they were up to 21. So they definitely did help. I also got test pipes in that time. I don't know. I must have missed. I'm looking at my videos right now on my phone right here to kind of judge when I got certain things done. I must have missed my test pipe install. Oh yeah. I got my test pipes installed. Those were Z1 test pipes. So right after I got that, that's pretty much when I got my tune. So yeah, that brings us up to right now. Just to do a little recap, I have JWT pop charger intake, which I'm about to get a whole new intake anyways. I have the Z1 plenum spacer. I have Z1 test pipes, custom straight pipe in the back, and then I have ESR wheels, Eibach lowering springs, and I have the Z1 camber arms on the rear and traction arms on the rear. And then, other than that, oh, and then the N2 front bumper as well, the Nismo style 2 front bumper. I would be doing this outside, but it is very windy because it is Texas, it's West Texas. But I'll do a little overview of the car real quick so you guys can see. But yeah, not really a whole lot in the past 2 years. I mean, it's definitely made a big change. It's definitely a transformation, but I honestly thought I'd go a lot further with this car in 2 years. I thought it would be at a much, I thought it'd have a lot more done to it, but I've had a lot of setbacks, so. In the interior, it's at 113,000 miles. It's still extremely clean. One thing I'm definitely happy about is this car has not had any issues in the past 2 years at all. It has never broken down on me, never had any issues whatsoever, other than simple things that were probably my fault anyways, like when I lowered it, it destroyed my fender wells. That was obviously my fault. Honestly, that's the only thing. I literally can't think of anything that this car has had issues with. It has always ran great. Yeah, I've had no complaints with this car whatsoever. I would definitely buy it again. A lot of people say I overpaid for it, but I'm honestly okay with that because this car has never failed me once. It's been great, so I don't really mind paying a little extra for that. I couldn't guarantee that it would be this way, but I had a feeling since the owner was, you know, an older guy, single owner, garage kept, it would be a really nice car. So, and it definitely has been to me. I'll show you guys the engine. I don't think it's clean. I'm pretty sure it's pretty dirty, but I'll show you guys anyways. And I cleaned my car yesterday and I burnt shit on it already. That sucks. But this is the engine bay. I didn't show this on the channel, but I wrapped that in gold reflective heat tape. So my AC is on right now. That's why it's so loud. Catches us up to today. That is about where it's at today. That's pretty much all the mods I've done that I can think of. I haven't really done anything to the interior other than the head unit. I really like the stock shifter, so I've kept that. I might get a new factory one, but I mean the leather still looks pretty good on it. I do want to change out the steering wheel, but I want to find out a way to keep these controls just because this controls my arc settings. So I want to keep that. But other than that, I don't think I've done anything to the interior of the vehicle. It's still the same as I got it. So trying to keep it pretty original. I painted these, but that was about it. Of course, you got it. If you have a Z or you know somebody with a Z, you pretty much know you have to paint these. But yeah, that catches us up. Future plans with the car, I'm kind of just saving money right now. I'm thinking about getting a daily driver so that I can do some other things to this car. I want to keep miles off of it. Currently, I've been dailying this 350, so I've racked up the miles on it. I bought it with 84,000, 85,000, and it's now at 113. So definitely the miles are going up. I want to keep them off. So I'm thinking about buying a daily or another project car, kind of like a project daily. I want to buy something cheap, not really care about, and kind of just throw parts at it just for fun. I kind of had a few ideas. ideas. I want to get something that's already turboed, something cheap like a Volkswagen or something like that, BMW maybe, I don't know, something cheap with a turbo just to have fun with. I don't really care if it's front-wheel drive, but it has to be manual. Definitely has to be manual. But yeah, plans for the 350. I would love to turbo this car, but it's a lot of money and it's kind of hard to do on the DEs. It's easy to do on the DEs, it's cheaper, but their engines can't handle it as well. I have the rev up so it can handle a little bit better than a regular DE, but it's still not much better. It's still not going to be, it's hard to reliably boost these. You can boost them and keep it about 6 to 8 PSI safely, but even then it shortens the lifetime of the car. If you push it too hard, it's going to blow. Being at 113,000 miles, it's probably not the safest idea, especially because I'm starting to develop oil consumption issues because I have the rev up. It's not too bad, but in between oil changes, I can definitely tell there's been a loss of oil. Sometimes I have to add some. So I've already starting to see the wear of the engine a little bit. Other than that, it runs great, but I don't even really want to risk it. I kind of want to just wait this engine out, drive it until this engine goes, and then rebuild in turbo maybe. But I'm not sure. We'll definitely have to see. I would love to turbo this car someday. That'd be awesome, but I might just keep working at little stuff. I want to get a full new exhaust. I want to get a new intake. I want to do some interior stuff. I would love to get some new seats, new steering wheel, just stuff like that. I'd love to just kind of like finish up the odds and ends, rear diffuser, and maybe a spoiler or something like that. I would love to get some carbon fiber as well, so I might focus on like aesthetics and just kind of like get an actual tune, just kind of little things like that for a while. But I would love to turbo this car someday. That is definitely one of the goals for it. If it lasts out that long, then I will definitely turbo this car someday. It's just more or less the money. I don't really have, if I want to go build turbo, it's 10,000, 15,000, it's somewhere around in that range. It gets expensive very quickly, especially to have if I'm going to do it myself, it's a little bit cheaper, of course, but if I'm going to have a shop do it, then it's definitely more pricey. And then tuning issues, I don't have a tuner here, so I'd have to take my car at least 2 to 6 hours away just to get it properly tuned by someone, so that's also a pain. So I've been kind of weighing my options. I kind of looked at it, I got a little a cart going, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, but I do plan on buying a new car here in the near future. I don't know when exactly. I haven't updated you guys on this yet, but I had a run into the law and I'm kind of dealing with that right now. So that's kind of where all my money's been going. So, but once that is all settled, I will tell you guys the full story. I'll come out with a YouTube video talking about what happened and everything like that. But I've been dealing with this since March. So the past 3 or 4 months, I've been dealing with this. So that's why I haven't really been making YouTube videos as much. But I can't wait to get back. I miss making YouTube videos. Even if I'm not making money off of them, I still love making YouTube videos. I definitely like. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have been here since the 2 years, for the full 2 years, that is freaking awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. We're at 263 subscribers today, and I think at 126,000 views, so that's pretty fucking awesome. I am definitely happy with that. I can't wait to see this channel keep growing. My Instagram's growing as well. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's Egbert320, same as my YouTube channel. And yeah, I can't wait to see what this next year or two holds for us. I don't plan on stopping YouTube anytime soon, so I'm just going to keep trying to grow. So can't wait to see what happens, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.